Person talk, them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin, they the street, they hawk. Still them talk, say, make we no talk. But thank God, say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. And people make you.
Really sorry about that. The sound was off, yeah?
Lórí Facebook. Lórí YouTube.
The picture you had on the screen earlier, I was telling you behind the behind the scene that you should pay attention to the names of the officers of the Nigerian army that were allegedly killed at Okwama in Delta State. The audio should be back now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in their court today to hear the final decision on his bail application. And as usual, they denied him the bail, which means they are still keeping him illegally. Mark that. So good morning to you once again, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun General Live, right? And it is our midday session, which also happened to be the moment we are covering the court proceeding today between the leader of the IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the prisoner of a conscience, the man that Nigeria continued to hold illegally, when their Supreme Court said, holding Nnamdi Kanu, or kidnapping him, the process at which he was brought back to Nigeria was totally, wrong, illegal in a nutshell. The attempt on his life when the Nigerian army, mobilized the Aquila terrorist squad into Nnamdi Kanu's home with one single intention: to kill him. So when he managed to escape the assassin's bullets, he was declared wanted. So he was unable to attend any court proceeding, and therefore any revocation of his bail was totally wrong. And they were told to go back to that same court and have that fixed and possibly go for a retrial or something like that. Now they've denied that today. And some said, expectedly, we knew they would deny Nnamdi Kanu's his freedom, even if they would finally grant him that bail. It will likely come with some ridiculous, stringent conditions that will be mostly laughable. Conditions that indeed will make them just waiting or be in the waiting, right? For how long he's going to be walking free before he will be dragged back into their hellhole. So they denied him his bail today, but he was in that court. We're going to take that off soon, okay? Now let's go inside that court before all of that, right? This morning.
It should be on this side. Yeah, feeling is there. Go to this side. It's better.
I'm telling you, cotton is in.
Go to together. I don't.
And I think I have a better one. The one where he was having a chat with his own lawyers. This one.
See you too.
Yeah, still on your same outfit.
Yes.
What's the problem? Why?
They didn't give me any outfit.
They didn't give any outfits. That's good. You don't do that.
So, as much as we are all watching injustice play out right before our very eyes, and some of us are actually really busy justifying it. He was asking for a referendum. Ask these people to defend themselves. Rise and defend yourselves. Demand for the peaceful dissolution of Nigeria, starting with a referendum where the people will decide if they still want to be part of Nigeria or not. These are his demands, his position that Nigeria under Buhari decided to criminalize. Thousands of people have been killed by the government of Nigeria. Thousands of Igbos have been secretly slaughtered, massacred across Igbo land and across Nigeria, all for that singular request. And that is him there. He's been with them for over 2 years now. I think it's probably like almost 3 years now that they have kidnapped him and locked him up in their own dinghy. They've disobeyed their own courts severally. Right there, since they've been holding him, Nigeria has already run into indebtedness of over 10 billion naira to be paid to him. Of course, people believe that they will never pay that anyway. But just so you know how wrong they have been, Buhari was keeping him like a trophy. Yes, I mean, I kidnapped him, yes. So, yes, I broke international laws. So, I mean, I kidnapped him. He's there. I know where he is. Like a trophy, not because of law, not because of justice. Somebody you declared wanted. I accused him of so many things, including lying to the Kenyan authorities that he is a terrorist. He is there to meet terrorists and the rest of that. When they found that they were all lies, you both broke international laws, and Kenya quickly washed their hands. That no, they were not aware. They were not aware that Nigeria kidnapped him from their country. And yet, since he's been in their custody, all of the evidence, all the things you have read in the media, especially those of you from northern Nigeria, the Sharia North, all the things that you have read about Nnamdi Kanu, he did this, he did that, he was doing this, he was doing that. He has been in the custody of the Nigeria criminal government illegally, and yet your own courts, you could not present a single evidence. Rather, they will be demanding for an adjournment, or they will choose not to even come to court at all. And they call it delay tactics. Delay tactics is not justice. And injustice is the reason why Nigeria will break up. You cannot sustain a country that is a contraption, where people are forced to live in with no single right of theirs, no voice, no nothing. The injustice is what will break up Nigeria. And somehow, the criminal politicians who were there, and they were one Nigerianist, until they are no longer there. Now they are talking about same thing that they are locking Nnamdi Kanu up for, hunting Igbos for, and then profiling and persecuting them for. Now we have some of them now who are now coming together. They call themselves patriots, asking for the trashing of the 1999 Constitution, right? That fraudulent book, Decree 24, the military Decree 24, right? That it should be trashed. Nigeria should have a national confab, and indeed should have a new constitution. Inside that constitution, there should be a referendum there. I swear they call themselves the patriots. We'll come back to them. You see that Okwama community that has been accused of killing the Nigerian soldiers and the Sharia jihadist murderers from northern Nigeria. They are asking for the wiping out of the entire community and kill all of them, including women and children. Now, I want to give you another it's sort of another context now to the old drama. A lot of us, like I said last night, you were not told that the Nigerian military, they are operating a bunkering, oil smuggling operation on the river of that axis, Okoloba, Okwama, and the rest of them, right? So the Nigerian military, Nigerian soldiers, they are operating oil bunkering, stealing of crude oil, Nigerian crude oil through that axis. You were not told that, okay? And also, you were not told that the killings actually started from the 12th of March, 3 days before the breaking news that 16 soldiers were killed. The battle that killed all the soldiers, they were actually not the battle of Okoma people, because, I mean, they have been saying, right, that the level of armory that the Nigerian soldiers control in that axis, it was more or less like the Okoma people, more like they needed to leave or go for the business, for the illegal oil bunkering business of the Nigerian army in that axis, to keep flowing. You were never told that. You weren't told that they killed over 100 people already in that community, even before Tifnubu would tell them to go and kill everybody. Even before you, the murderous jihadists from northern Nigeria, before you started asking your brothers to go into those communities and kill women and kill children. Do you remember when I said that you do not, well, somebody said you do not have a military in Nigeria. You do not have soldiers. You only have some ragtag uniform thugs, criminals with guns. But here is the twist. In Nigeria, the reason why it is easier for them to carry out all these killings, genocides, ethnic cleansings, and then deny it, is because you do not have an army. Nigeria does not have an army. Nigeria have hired thugs. That they gave a uniform to. Honestly speaking, it will shock you, or it's supposed not to shock you. Do you know that the reason why it is easier for a soldier to open fire on the supposed fellow Nigerians is only if they do not have any connection to that place at all? Like all the nationalities that are currently trapped in that contraption, Nigeria, right now, we are like nations on our own. It is the fusing and forcing together, nations that were supposed to be on their own, forcing them together in a single place where we don't speak the same language, but yet you want us to live in peace. Sure, you get now. Now you bring about this fake army you have. You do not have army in Nigeria. You know what you have? Murderers in uniform. Then you can now see 1, 2, 3 of them that will just like, I'm God-fearing. There is no God-fearing murderer. Okay? Nigerian army, when they want to perpetuate ethnic cleansing in Igbo land, they will send the Fulanis, Hausas, who are Muslims, who have already seen the people of southern Nigeria as infidels. And those who were raised that if they kill Inyamiri, if they kill an Igbo man or an Igbo woman, it's actually a blessing on the side, and you'll be doing a favor to your own tribesmen or your own ethnic nationality. Fulani, Hausa. Take a look at this screen, guys. This is why it is easier for them to enter any community and murder women, murder children. And a lot of you will be wondering, are they not supposed to be professional army? They are not. They are murderers. And this is why. So they will send the Yorubas and Igbos with a mix of maybe Hausas. They will send them to go and fight Boko Haram. Sometimes they sacrifice them by telling those murderers, those terrorists, to ambush them and kill them by just giving their information to the terrorists. In Yoruba land, which is the southwest part of Nigeria, they will bring Hausa, they will bring Fulani, and they will add a sprinkle of Yoruba and Igbo to them, and they'll bring them to Yoruba land. Those ones are there to kill anybody who is trying to act like they have some civil rights. So now small time. Now they go to TV. Now they go to press. Now they call for protest. Now they call for revolution. All of you from Yoruba land. So they will bring Hausas, Fulanis, Kanuris, Tifis, and all of those places. They will bring them down to Yoruba land. Any small thing, fire for fire, kill anybody. They do not speak your language. They do not have any connection to you. Then the Igbo land, they will carry Hausa, Fulani, TVs, Jokons, Beroms, and the rest of them, and Yorubas. They will now sprinkle that with little Yoruba and some little, maybe South Niger Delta people. Ijo, Kanuri, you know what I mean? They will put them all in. And so, go to the eastern Nigeria. And those are the ones that will tell you they are only obeying orders. We are just soldiers that obey orders. Orders to kill women and children, harmless women and children, burn properties. It's because somehow, you may be championing the cause of your own ancestors who already saw them as infidels anyway. Take a look at this. The leader of these criminals, ignored that rest in peace, our fallen heroes on the top. Now the Nigerian military put them out. So, shall you get me now? And I beg. See my face. I beg. You get? Don't come here and tell me respect the dead. Shall you understand now? You see these guys that you are seeing their images, their leaders, the major and the rest of them. Before they told you that they have killed 16 soldiers or they have killed 16 Nigerian army officers, these murderers have already killed over 100 people in those communities. Over 100 people, including women and children. Sure you get? And don't pretend that you haven't seen some of the images. So I may not be able to show you those images because they are too graphic, too gory to share. But just go on Facebook, go on Twitter, go on the same Google and type in the murdered victim of Oklahoma, the murdered victims of the Bayelsa invasion, and you see these murderers and ask yourself, what were they doing there? Who gave them the order to go into that place, Abi? But here is why they are able to burn properties. This is why it is easier for them to kill innocent people in the name of, here, see their names. Their leader is called Colonel Ali. The two majors that died, one is called Major Shafa. Another one is called Major Obi. This one that they call Obi no means saying be Igbo, but let's just give it a benefit of doubt too. Now see them, Captain Zakari, Sergeant Yaya Saidu, Captain which one is this? Taya Dambaba, Kabiru Bashir, Bulu Zaruno, Shole Okweyemi. This one no be Yoruba, but at least let's give him a pass. Shole, talonje Shole, abi Sole in Yoruba land. What is Sole? What is Sole? What is soul in Yoruba land? Which Yoruba name is Sole? Abi Nashola. Anyway, here is another one. Belu Anas, Aman Peter. Maybe they don't grab this one from what do you call it? From the Middle Belt. Abi. Here is another one. Ibrahim Abdullahi, Alaji Abi Alaji Isa. Here is another one. Clement Francis, Abubakar Ali, Ibrahim Adamu, Adamu Ibrahim, Ibrahim Adamu, Adamu Ibrahim. Anyway, the point I'm trying to bring out there for you is that what are these officers doing in the creek of Niger Delta? What do you think they should be doing in the creek? Do they even have a clue of the creek of Niger Delta? It is because the mission they are carrying out there is not Nigeria's mission. If they are to carry out any mission that is that of Nigeria, it will be with the area they grew up. I grew up in Odogbolu. If I join the army and I'm supposed to serve anywhere, it is better you station me at Ilese. Ilese is not far from Odogbolu. Ilese is not far from Ijebu. Ilese means I am from Ijebu. I know everybody around the Ijebu area. As a soldier, if I have to defend that part of my own, portion, I will defend it with every breath in me because I possibly will know half of the people living in the area. So what is Yaya doing in Okwama or in Bayelsa? Eh? He's a Nigerian soldier. He can be anywhere. Olori Buruku niye. You are still not getting the message, Abi. Eh? You are still not getting it. Your own brothers and sisters that grew up right there, who know the terrain of the southern Nigeria, they are sending them to the Sambisa. They are sending them to the war front in Borno. They are being slaughtered every day. The saddest part, we say, there are many families right now in southern part of Nigeria who believe that their own children, their sons, they are still fighting Boko Haram, but they don't kill your children. They have killed your sons. This is how horrible. I covered that sometimes last year. Where Nigeria will never even tell the families of the slain soldiers that their children, their sons have died. And they are still there, thinking they are there fighting Boko Haram. So we all know why you do not have any soldiers in Nigeria. And we also know why that there will be no investigation about anything at all, since they have once told us if a Boko Haram can repent, they can be the president of Nigeria. Abeti Bagbe, have you forgotten?
Boko Haram should lay their arms unconditionally and be accepted in the community. Opportunities are out there for them. They can be rehabilitated. An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? We will do that. But we have appealed to them, including their detractors, their collaborators, to see reason to, as fast as possible, quickly drop their arms so that we can once again reoccupy our peaceful position in Nigeria.
Appears like the same script all over again. Let me just take a reaction on social media. This is from Sumto, who wrote, Nigerian soldiers still on revenge mission. Another community set ablaze by Nigeria Army in Delta State. Meanwhile, in the north, Boko Haram terrorists are granted amnesty. Fulani headsmen are protected by the government. Bandits are getting paid and rehabilitated. These are criminals and terrorists responsible for the deaths of thousands of Nigerians, including Nigerian soldiers and police officers. It's only in the southeast and the south-south that the Nigerian military goes on revenge missions. Why not go after the perpetrators and leave innocent civilians out of this? Why burning down the whole community? You see, Rufai, there is already the ethnic tone, which is actually re-echoed on social media.
I want Boko Haram.
Why won't it echo and re-echo? When the supposed officer of the Nigerian army publicly told the media that a repentant Boko Haram can become your president, and he didn't even flinch. And there are mad people that agreed. Yes, now. At least if they have repented and he go back to school and he can be a House of Rep member, it can be a lawmaker, it can be a governor. Baba, I did the same country with people where they think like that. Oh, everywhere where you see me, you are supposed to give me a hug. See, listen to me if you are a non-Nigerian watching me right now. Wherever you see Nigerians, okay, I'm not talking about those ones that, proud Nigerians from abroad. Those are useless ones, okay? I'm talking about, real people who are like the victims of the contraption. You see anybody that you know that, okay, well, this one, then give them a hug. You need to give them a hug and just be like, you have been through a lot, oh. You are going through a lot, oh. Are you also living in that country where people said Tifnubu convinced them, and that is why they believe that Tifnubu will change Nigeria, and they voted for him? Are you from that country? Say yes. Are you from that country where your criminal politicians believes that, Binance is the reason why your Naira is falling? So if they can arrest some of them and fine them and collect some $1 billion a fine, Nigeria Naira will regain its strength. Are you from that country? Say yes, I am. La, 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 la. Are you from that country where they said repentant terrorists can become your president? Well, one did actually become the president of Nigeria. But yes, I'm also from that place. So come here, come. Man, you need a hug. You are going through a lot. Oh dear. You are going through a lot. You are from that country, yeah? Say, yes, I'm from there. Oh no. There were wearies who said it was actually a great idea that the man knew what he's talking about. Murderers, terrorists. Once they lay down there, that's why I told you, majority of you are asking for military coup. My hand no deal. Because now so now they ask for military coup. Now so one terrorist go take over. Finally. Ebosabe Shekau niyo. Alaji Shekau. But that is that. So talking about the disjointed and misplaced contraption called Nigeria, there are those who are gathered and they call themselves patriots. Have you heard about